Hey guys. Um, so today, nobody's not time to play. Toys are going away. So today I'm doing a training video with Axel. This is gonna be his first official day where um I don't know what the heck my phone is doing right now. Anyway, okay. So guys, I don't know what my phone is doing. It's being weird. I'm hoping it'll let me record this for you guys. Um, I know I look bad, and it's because right now my health is not doing so good. The other night I was rushed to the hospital in a life or death situation, and it's not gotten any better. So I'm gonna show you guys right now what I have. The tools that I'm gonna be working with and that I work with here on a daily basis. Some of them I do. Some of this stuff I'm starting using today. Uh right here I have a um blood pressure machine. I already pre-did these steps, so I'm not gonna show you guys that. Plus I had to let the saliva and I switched it up. I didn't use the cotton balls this time. I actually used Q-tips instead. Um, so what I did is I took my blood pressure, and it was um one 166 over 83, heart rate of 111. Now the top number for my blood pressure, the 166, is high. Matter of fact, too high. Not too high, not dire high, but it's high. The bottom number of my blood pressure was okay. It's still high, but it's okay. The 83. Um, but the heart rate is extremely high. So, um, what I did is I took the Q-tip and I took two of them, and I took on both sides. I swallowed my gums, and I made sure to get all the saliva I could, and made sure that the um Q-tip was drenched in the saliva, the white part, and then I put it in this bag, the Ziploc bag, and it's been in the freezer now for an hour. On top of the Axel, come. Also, I have dog treats here. Now, the treats are only to reward him. Now, I do have him on a leash just because I do need to work on his focus a little bit. So, um, he's still a pup, so he does get sidetracked and stuff like that. He hears something, he's gonna want to go and see if you guys Axel, come on. You guys can see him. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. Okay, he's so short. Okay. So, Axel, sit. Sit. There you go. Okay. So, first thing that I'm going to do first is right now, he, like I said, this is pretty much the first time him doing this. So, if he even touches or acknowledges the Q-tip, then I will give him a treat, or I will reward him with that. So, okay, he acknowledged it. He gets a treat. So what he learns is that he picks up the smell, he gets rewarded. Now what he's gonna learn, and I will teach him is to touch. But right now, you know, he's gonna learn to touch my hand or my leg or whatever. But right now, I want him to pick up the scent. Good boy. He touch. Every time he touches it, he's gonna get a reward. And as you can see, I'm not coaching him. I'm not coaching him. I'm not pulling him towards it. I'm not putting it towards him. He's going towards the smell on his own. Again, here we go. Axel, come. Up. Up. Come. Come. Oh, wrong end. That's fine. Good boy. Alright. Good job. See, now again, I'm not coaching him. Alright, this time, I want him to touch my hand. Up. Sit. Sit. Right, ready? Good boy. I take the swab away. Axel. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. See, all I'm doing is taking this Q-tip. It's got my scent with high blood pressure and a high heart rate on it, and him picking this, learning the scent. That's all he's doing. He's learning the scent, and every time he goes near it, he gets the reward. He gets a reward for going to the scent. So then, gradually, we're going to start picking up, and I'm going to start introducing and letting him touch my hand. Right now, he's just learning the scent. So, I know a lot of people say I'm doing it backwards. You can do it either way. You can teach touch first and all that. And I'm doing it different ways and stuff like that, you know, because I've been working with him on and off. You know, at first I wasn't really working with him on this a whole lot, but since my health has took a turn for the worse. Now I'm not. This video is gonna be short. I'm not, because my phone actually come on, actually people can't see you. Come on, out. Oh, there you go. So pretty much, that's gonna be that part of the video, guys. I'm not, like I said, I'm going to show you, kind of working with him a little bit. I'm going to continue to work with him a little bit on this. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more swabs, so that way I can have more to work with. I think I might have waited too long because that one swab was completely dry, and I think that's why he wasn't responding as well, because I think the scent was pretty much almost gone off of it. He did pick up the one because the one was still kind of wet, but I think the other one was pretty much the scent was gone. So next time when I do it, I'll wait about 5 minutes and then do the live stream. But he pretty much all you do, guys, is what I just showed you so far in this clip. You take a ear swab or whatever you all decide, Q-tip, whatever you all call them, where y'all's from. I call them Q. They're called Q-tips where we're from, but you know, some people call them cotton swabs. But all we're doing in this video is teaching him to alert we're teaching him the scent, to pick up the scent of my high blood pressure and my high heart rate. And the reason that I'm doing that is because that's what he's going to be for my service dog. He's my service dog for anxiety, and on top of that, he's going to be my service dog for my high blood pressure and my high heart rate. Which the other night I was rushed to the hospital. It was a life or death situation. I did almost die. Um, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys what happened. So let me turn the camera around because he's laying down now. He doesn't care. So as you can see, I don't even look like myself right now, guys. My eyes are like glassy. Like I look awful. I know. Um, as you can see, I'm pale. I mean, I'm a white girl anyway, but I'm paler than I usually am. Yeah, my husband's gonna get on me. He's gonna send me back to bed. He's gonna tell me I'm not supposed to be up. But you know what? I need to get this video done because I wanted to show you guys working with him, and I hope maybe you can help somebody else out there. So, the other day, me and my husband and Axel, my husband had to run to the store for the landlord, and I asked him what store he was going to, and he said Lowe's. Well, as you know, Lowe's is a pet-friendly place, and I thought, well, since I'm working with him on his I want to get him used to like a lot of different noises, and I figured Lowe's is the place to go because they're dropping wood all the time in there. People are being loud in there. It's just, it's a really loud store, right? Because usually I take Calvary in there for her training with fear of people and other dogs. So I'm like, okay, maybe So, Axel had his service dog and training vest on, and everything was going great. My husband we went down the aisle. We stopped. We asked where the part or where the object was that we were looking for. Axel sat down. He was fine. He didn't bother anybody. Um, and the whole shopping experience was great. Every time we would stop, Axel would sit down, or he would lay down next to me. Because I used to cart thing, so Axel would lay down next to me, or he would sit. But one thing I like about him, and I noticed, and I didn't teach him this, and I really like, and I hope that as he gets older, I hope that he continues to do it on his own. I didn't train him this at all. When we're out in the public and we're in a store, if there's nobody in front of me and there's somebody behind me and I'm facing the other way, he will actually turn his whole body around and he'll sit there and stare behind me. Now, it don't matter if he's laying down, sitting down, standing up, he's facing behind me until that person is gone. And that's what I like about him. I didn't teach him that. He picked that up on his own. So, now I do know his dad, Sonic. Sonic was the same way. My husband, before we sold Sonic to another kennel, if my husband could walk down the street with Sonic, and if my husband stopped and somebody came up behind him, Sonic would turn right around and face behind him and make sure nobody would sneak up behind him. And that's what Axel does. And Sonic wasn't trained to do that. He just had a really close bond with my husband. But so pretty much what happened was we went to Lowe's, like I said, and we found the part, or we found the object we were going there to get. And like I said, the whole shopping experience was fine. But once we started to get to the front of the store, and I noticed that Axel was kind of walking funny. I'm like, okay. I told my husband, I said, all right, we're to the front of the store. We're gonna go ahead out. I can tell Axel has to go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna make him hold it. I'll be all right. You're coming out right behind me. You're gonna pay. You'll be right out. I'll be fine, right? I thought that's what was gonna happen. What happened next, I was not expecting at all. I did not expect my day to go as it did and my night to happen as it did. And I tell you what, guys, it happened so quick, just like that. So as we come out the doors to leave, me and Axel, I was going to take him to the bathroom, and there was four Lowe's employees standing out there talking, and I just go right by on the cart. Axel's trotting right next beside me on my left side, and I hear them starting to laugh. Now, mind you, they weren't laughing until we came out and went by. Then they started laughing. So then I want to say we were about 10, 15 feet away. And I heard, and they said the word service dog. As soon as they said that, Axel turned his head and looked back at him. And they said, she doesn't need to be on that. She doesn't need that service dog. They said, can you imagine being her service dog? And that made my anxiety start to flare up. Now, I mind you, Axel is not trained to my anxiety yet. Now, I did work with him just a little bit when he was a puppy on like touch and stuff like that, but I didn't follow really through with it. But we get to the grass, and I tell Axel I let the leash go long. It's just a regular 5 foot leash, but I let it go to the whole length of him. You know, he can go out a little bit from me and go to the bathroom. So he wouldn't leave my side. Like he would not go away from me. And I'd have to be okay, go to the bathroom. And he wouldn't. So finally, my husband comes out and he gets in the car and he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing. Let's just go. I'm not ever coming here again." I'm like, "I'm never coming to the store again. You know, ever. You know, it really hurt my feelings. You know, I was surprised that it was I was surprised that it was a store employee that said that to me, and because I'm like, okay, a customer saying it, I would have been, it's not okay for customers to say stuff like that either. But it's like the fact that they actual employees said it, and the thing is, I couldn't have went to management because some of the vests they had on looked like the vest that the managers wore, so it would have been pointless to even go in and complain. So my husband's like, "Where are they at?" And I'm like, "They were up there by the store." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna go up there and take care of it." And I told him no, because I know what my husband would have done. My husband would have gotten in a fight. My husband would have been locked up. No, it's not worth it. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go down to the dock. You know, let's go. I wanted to go like I wanted to go to Lake Rim. I wanted to go watch the ducks swim and stuff like that. So we went and got some drinks, and we went down to the park. And we're sitting out on the dock, and Axel was just like kind of like concerned, and he at first he didn't want me. I don't know. He didn't really act like he was scared, so to speak, but for some reason it's like he knew something was wrong. I guess he could detect it or something, like he was picking up something. Anyway, he didn't want me to go out on his dock for some reason. When we got there, and like he kept pulling back, and I kept pulling him out onto the dock. And finally, we got out to the end of the dock, and we sat down, and um, finally, we were there for an hour, and everything was seemed fine. I wasn't dizzy. I could see everything was fine. I wasn't hot. Nothing. I had no symptoms of my blood pressure being high. Usually, when my blood pressure's high, I can feel it. Well, we were sitting there, and then, like I said, after an hour, my husband's like, "You ready to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and go home." Well, we actually didn't go home. My husband actually went and voted at the voting place. So as I stood up, I noticed. I said, "You know what?" I said, "I'm dizzy," and it happened so quick. Like I stood up, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm dizzy." Like my eyesight went, like I couldn't probably see, and Axel was just circling me, he wanted me to stay in one spot, like he didn't want me to move. And then my husband grabbed my hand and he walked me off the dock. And then we get in the car and we get in. I'm like, okay. I don't know what the heck that was. I thought at first, maybe I just stood up too quick, whatever. I brushed it off with that. Little did I know it was a lot worse. So then, like I said, my husband went and voted, and then on the way home from there, we pull over to this place next to the voting place because I was gonna let Axel get in the bathroom. So I get out and I have this banging headache. I get this banging headache and I couldn't, I was kind of dizzy. And again, I try to get Axel to get in the bathroom. He wouldn't leave my side again. So I put him back in the car and we come straight home. So as soon as I get home, I took this machine right here. Yeah, that my husband got me. And I took my blood pressure, and it was 196 over 109, heart rate of 106. And that's way too high. That's like dangerously high. That's like deadly high. So I told my husband, I said, it's probably just the stress from the people at Lowe's and stuff like that. I said, let me and Axel just lay down. It'll come down on its own, right? So I lay down for an hour. Axel was right there with me the whole time because he would not leave my side. Like he wouldn't. He was on the bed. He wouldn't move. So finally, after an hour, I took my blood pressure again, and it was down to where it's normal for me. Normal for me is 147 over 83, heart rate of a 96 or a 93. That's normal for me. So I'm like, okay, that's normal. Everything's fine. I'm out of the red zone. That's fine, right? So at that point, I fell asleep for about an hour. I woke up. I took my blood pressure again just to see if in fact it was still low because I felt fine. I didn't have a headache. My vision was back. I wasn't hot. I had no symptoms of my blood pressure or even my heart rate being high as it was. I felt fine. So I took the blood pressure and it was high, like dangerously high. It went back. It was 176. Hey, no, it was 176 over 120, heart rate of 109. And at that point, I called my mom and I'm like, hey, look, this is what happened today. This is what it is. And I said, I came home, I laid down, it came down. I said, I woke up just now and checked it. This is what it is. My mom's like, well, you need to call an ambulance and just, maybe see if they'll just get it on their machine, see if, their machine picks up the same thing, or maybe your machine's just broken, or, whatever. Just see what they're saying. Well, it took them 20 minutes to get to my house. Okay. From the time that I checked my blood pressure at 7:53 p.m. and it took them 20 minutes to get here. Okay. My blood pressure skyrocketed and got up to when they got to my house finally. My blood pressure was 186 over 120, heart rate of 114. So right then and there, they said, honey, you need to go. They said, but that's up to you. Do you want to go or no? And I said, I want to go. Because I didn't know I knew what the risk was if it went any higher than that. So I went to the hospital and I get all the way there and they're calling, like they're asking me questions, and and I could feel on the way there, and my eyes starting to close, and I tell them, I said, I feel like my eyes want to close. So you feel like your eyes want to close, and yes. I said, my head hurts. I said, I asked her, can you turn the lights off? And the inside lights. Axel, what are you doing? Hey, no. You have a potty? Huh? You have a potty? This way, man. Give me a man. That way. Yeah, go ahead. So anyway, so then we were on the way to the hospital in the ambulance, and he's like, well, they turned the inside lights off. So I got my dizziness came back, and this all happened quickly, guys. The dizziness. Go ahead, Axel, go outside. Go potty. You're all right. So finally, then, so then, okay, no.
Take care.
So finally, like I said, we get to the hospital, and the nurse, they check you in and everything. The nurse, she checks my blood pressure, because they're checking it like every 5 minutes on the ambulance. So then I get to the hospital, the nurse checks it, and it's 196 over 125, heart rate 120. And the nurse says, if your heart rate doesn't come down and your blood pressure goes any higher and your heart rate goes any higher, there's a chance that your heart can burst in your own chest. Or it can send you into a stroke, a deadly stroke, or a deadly heart attack. And I called my mom. And this is it makes me cry because I'm scared, guys. I'm telling you. I called my mom and I said, I want to tell you, in case I don't make it out of this hospital tonight, that I love you. And I called my husband because my husband was following behind the ambulance, but the car's back brakes went out and he had to pull over, and his friend had to come and get him and help get the car back home.
Hey, something happened to you really want me to go off.
Plus, the hospital wouldn't let him in anyway. So then I called my husband, and I was in tears. He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I just want to tell you I love you, in case I don't make it out of this hospital." He said, "Oh, don't talk crazy. You're not leaving this world. You're not going anywhere." And I told him, I said, "It's not looking good." My heart rate at that point was 120. Blood pressure was 196 over 125. And every time they would check it, all I could hear was that damn machine going beep, 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 beep. And I looked at got a picture of a heart and lungs, and all I could see is that machine. The heart and the lungs were so blood red that I was like, I'm gonna die. And the sad part of it is, I'm not even out of the woods yet. Every day, um, I've been since that day. That was what, Friday? That was Friday, and since that Friday, I have been taking my blood pressure pill. And every day, multiple times a day, I check my blood pressure. And for some reason, it doesn't matter if I'm just sitting there. It doesn't matter if I'm asleep and I just wake up and take it. one minute my blood pressure is fine, the next minute it's sky high, and I can be literally just sitting there. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's causing it. So that's one reason that I'm working with Axel. I wish I could find a trainer who who could help me um, a lot better to assist me with this. But right now, I just don't have the money to pay a trainer. Um, right now, my health isn't, I can't travel because my health isn't going to let me. I can't get stressed out. I can't get nervous. I can't make my anxiety come up. So I pretty much am stuck. So, you know, if so that's pretty much why I'm working with my own dog. I know what my needs are. I know what I'm doing. Now, I'm not a licensed trainer. I'm not a professional dog trainer, but I know what I need to do for my dog to help me. I know what my needs are. I know I have the tools to do it. So that's like saying, I'm not telling you to go and take your fake dog who has aggression problems and train them the same way that I'm doing, because I'm not saying that. Okay? Axel was temperament tested. He passed the test to be a service dog. Okay? I have been through training with him to make sure that he is stable to be a service dog. So don't go and take these videos that I'm going to be posting on how to train your service dog and try to teach your regular pet dog these, because I'm not telling you to do that. I'm posting this to maybe help somebody who's in the same situation that I am. Someone who is disabled and has a dog that can be a potential service dog, that has the mindset, that has the temperament to be a service dog. Not every dog is cut out to be a service dog. Just like Strawberry Shortcake. She's a great family dog. She's a great show dog, but she's definitely not cut out to be a service dog. Calberry. She's a great show dog. She's a great family dog, but she's not a great service dog. Her size wise, yes, I'd love for her to be a service dog. Maybe if I can get her barking under control, then maybe she will be a future service dog, or maybe one of her puppies will be. God forbid. If I can get one her size. But anyway, that's it, guys. I wanted to just come on here and show you a little bit. I'm sorry it's not that long showing you guys working with him. Like I said, I'm tired. My blood pressure was high before this video, and as you can see, my husband's over there. He's telling me, but I need to go lay back down because as you can see, I don't look right. So I am gonna go lay back down. I'm gonna try to relax, try to get my heart rate down because the last time I checked, my heart rate was 111. My blood pressure was 176 over 93. It's probably higher than that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and test it right now because that's been a while. So I'm gonna test it on. Uh, I'm gonna test it right here. That way you guys can see for yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Here we go. Now the numbers are gonna look backwards to you guys because I have the camera front facing, but I'll tell you what it actually. it's 162 over 87 heart rate of 111. So it is still high. Like I said, guys, I'm not out of the woods yet. And if my heart rate goes any higher, and if my blood pressure goes any higher, I'll be going back to the hospital. I'm not myself. If you guys have been watching my videos, watch right now. I don't even look like myself. If you've watched my videos, you know that. You know I don't look like myself right now. I'm more pale than I usually am. But if you watched, go back and watch this video over once it uploads, and you'll see the part where I'm working with Axel on the picking up the scent of my high blood pressure and my high heart rate. I didn't put it too long in this video because I actually waited too long and the saliva on the Q-tip had dried, so he didn't get a good pickup on the scent. So I'm gonna have to do that part again another day. I'm too tired right now to do it, guys. I did work with him a little bit, and I'm gonna continue to work with him. This isn't a one quick training process. This is gonna take. If I work with him every day on this scent work, if he should pick up on it pretty quickly. I think within 5 days, I should have him to the point where he knows the scent, and then about I want to say probably about a month, if not, probably not even that, I'll have him to the point where he'll be fully trained to alert. You'll know the scent, you'll know the alert to it, stuff like that. But to like physically have him all the way trained, it'll probably take about a month or so, 2 months. Just keep doing it with him, getting him used to the smell. Now, another trick that I want to tell you: when you when you take the Q-tip and do your gums to get your dog to smell the Q-tip, you want to make sure that you didn't eat or drink anything 30 minutes before, like 30 to 40 minutes before, because you don't want any other scent other than, because when your blood pressure or your heart rate is high, you put off a scent. So when that smell that you are getting on that Q-tip, it's they learn it. You understand what I'm saying? They learn that specific scent. So then, what it is when your blood pressure and your heart rate is high, that's what your scent you're putting off. But when your heart rate and your blood pressure is normal or stable, so to speak, you're putting off a different scent. So right now, I'm only working with him on when it's high. I don't need him to alert to me when my blood pressure is normal. Because normal is fine. I don't need him to let me know it's normal. I can check it and tell it it's normal or not. But sometimes, like right now, I just checked it in front of you guys, and you saw that it was high. So sometimes I feel fine, and my blood pressure and heart rate can be high, and I didn't even know it. So if he knows the scent, then he can alert me and say, okay, Mom, you need to go check. Your blood pressure, something's not right. Because if it got to a point, like right now, if I didn't know it was high and I didn't check it, if I went down my stairs to go outside, I could have fell down the stairs. I could have passed out. And I would never do why. So he's gonna be my lifeline, literally. So this video is getting long now, guys. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button if you're new here. And share this video. I hope this video can help somebody. There's my husband back there in the back. That's hi, subscribers. Okay. Alright, guys. Bye.